My son spent a year trying to convince me to watch ReZero. For a year, I ignored him, and now I'm happy to admit he was right. After spending over a decade working in and around the anime industry, I'd seen so many shows come and go that I thought I knew exactly what ReZero was before I'd even watched it. Now, I enjoyed the first season. There are actually some fantastic moments in it, and I could see why so many people connected with the series. But if I'm being completely honest, I still viewed it through the lens of a good isekai rather than a great anime. Until I reached season 2 episode 4, and I suddenly realised that I was looking at ReZero in completely the wrong way. The episode itself is simple on paper. Subaru is forced to confront his past and gets the chance to speak with his parents again. It's emotional, it's heartfelt, it's beautifully written, but what hit me wasn't the reunion itself, it was what happened after I stopped watching, and I started to think about it. Because from Subaru's perspective, he's gone on this journey, he's suffered, grown, failed, and died countless times, and has become someone completely different. But from his parents' perspective, their son went out to the convenience store and never came home, leaving them a lifetime of questions that can never be answered. And as a father myself, I couldn't stop thinking about that. As parents, we spend years worrying about our children. We worry when they're home late, we worry when they struggle, but at least in a normal life there's a chance to help. Whereas Subaru's parents never get that. For all of Subaru's power, for all of the ways he can change fate and alter the lives of the people around him, there is one tragedy he can never fix: the suffering of the people who loved him first. That single episode completely changed how I viewed Subaru as a character as well. When I first started the series, I found him frustrating, sometimes exhausting, and occasionally difficult to root for. But as the story continued, and especially after seeing his relationship with his parents, I started to understand him and his insecurities, his self-loathing and his fear of never living up to expectations. Watching him slowly confront those feelings rather than run from them has been one of the most rewarding character arcs I've experienced in years. And once I truly connected with Subaru, everything else about the show seemed to click into place as well. By the time I caught up with season 4, I wasn't just enjoying ReZero anymore, I was completely invested. The production has stepped up dramatically. The animation feels more confident than ever, particularly during the larger emotional and action-driven moments. There are sequences this season that made me stop and think, this is why I love anime. And then there's the opening. I genuinely think ReZero's latest opening might be one of my favourites ever. Not just because it looks fantastic, although it absolutely does, but because it perfectly captures the feeling of a story that's been building towards something for a very long time. Every frame feels deliberate, every visual feels like it's carrying years of character growth and narrative weight behind it. Okay, maybe not that one. It's the sort of opening that makes you stop skipping intros and actually sit there and watch it every week. I mean, I even find myself kind of disappointed when they skip the intro that week. What impresses me most this season though is despite all of the mysteries, all of the lore, all of the spectacle, ReZero never loses sight of the people at the centre of the story. It's easy to focus on the twists and revelations, but the reason those moments work so well is because of the emotional foundation underneath them. The show understands that character growth is just as important as world building, and that's why I think I was so wrong about ReZero. I judged it by its genre. I assumed I already knew what it was, I saw the words isekai, and I immediately put it in a box. After 10 years around this industry, I really should have known better. Thankfully, my son did, and considering his next recommendation is Frieren, I think I'll be listening a lot sooner this time.